Hello everyone, welcome to February, the month of love. We're already in February. So it's the month of love, as I said. This is our time to celebrate love in all of its aspects. It's really interesting. So I want to do a little thing about, what I want to talk about today is self-love coaching, the coaching aspect of love. And one of the things about how we can step into self-love and what we need to understand. And I thought for this month of love, one of the beautiful topics to bring up would be how we impact upon ourselves with demands, needs, wants and desires. Now, a lot of the time when I do these videos or do posts for this page, one of the things that always comes up is to search for our goals, to reach for our goals, to effectively build ourselves up, to move ourselves forwards, to create a fantastic life. Yet in this today's self-love tip, I want to talk about something a little bit different. I want to talk about this desperate need to constantly create, this desperate need to be something and to create something and to have something. A lot of us are searching for our purpose. Now, self-love doesn't ask us to do that. It doesn't ask us to do that. It asks us to come from a deeper aspect, okay? It asks us to come from this whole of love, okay? So, for example, we might be chasing a dream, and that's fine, because I love this whole idea of finding out what we can do and moving forward. Yet for today, what I'm going to bring through is a little bit different. This isn't about not striving for dreams, but what it is about taking action that is guided with love, right? As opposed to taking action that's guided with a stress element. To be in deep self-love is to understand what you want, but from a deep perspective, and to understand if it's pushing you too hard as well. Love doesn't ask you to push yourself so hard. It asks you to step into a gentler way. So if you can't do it a specific way, is there a different way that you can create what you're trying to create from a better space? Now, here's the thing about the self-love aspect here. If there's something you really, really want to create in your life, yet you feel that you keep hitting a wall within trying to create this thing, what in you hasn't been loved that is creating that barrier? That makes sense? Okay, I'm going to explain it to you. So for myself, for example, one of my major issues is always about being good enough, has always been about being effective enough. I was quite a perfectionist, which you'll find hilarious now when you look at my videos. I was a huge perfectionist. Being that I can put these videos out now, whether they're fantastic or not, was a huge curve for me. It's a huge learning curve for me. But that was my love for myself, to understand that I couldn't always be perfect. Yet I was great as I was, and I'm okay as I am, and I'm really happy as I am, actually. But before I went over that curve, before I actually went from here, which was need to be perfect, need to be fantastic, I was so busy stopping myself from going over the hill because I couldn't, because my perfectionism, which isn't self-love, let me explain that to you, okay? But my perfectionism was stopping that movement, okay? Right? So what I'm saying in today's tip, today's quick flip self-love tip of self-love coaching tip, is find a way to step into your brilliance, to a deeper kind of love for yourself. So recognizing where because they're sore spots, okay? They're aspects of ourselves that are, they're sort of wounded, they're tended to the touch. So find those spots and then move through them. You will, look, I'm going to be really honest about it. It can be really hard to go from a spot where you're so honed in. So, for example, my perfectionism. I need everything to look so gorgeous, which is just what? It's not going to happen, right? So whatever it is that's stopping you from going over the hill, it's about taking the steps really slowly. Are you afraid of something? Is there a fear factor involved in that self-love aspect? Are you down on yourself about that aspect? Is it something you don't think that you're good enough? Is there that in that aspect? It's about stepping into the reality of what's deep self-love. So deep self-love here, and this coaching tip is to ride through that pain, okay? It's quite a big one, right? Yet what I would say as well, and this is another thing, we don't have to do all these things fast. That's one of the major issues that comes up often, right? It's this ticking time clock thing, this tick, tick, tick as you get older and you start to feel that you need to create something in a specific time. I don't get why we feel that. I do feel it myself sometimes as well, so I do get it. that we feel it. Yet I don't get why we feel it. I don't understand why we feel it. Self-love asks us to step beyond that and to understand we're here. And so everything that we're doing is timely, regardless. Okay, look, I'm not saying about if we're laying on the couch for 6 weeks and not doing anything. But if you're putting in the effort and the work and you're doing what you need to do, then that's love, right? So they're the 2 self-love tips today, right? To be gentle on yourself and to step through something that is holding you back, regardless of what it is. And it doesn't have to be fantastic, guys. You know, it just has to be a step that you've taken where you've created something great. That's all it needs to be. There you go. So that was today's self-love coaching tip. I hope it's helped some of you. Thank you for watching. Namaste, everyone. Sending you all so much love. Mwah, kisses. Bye.